Hello everybody, my name is Superscrull, welcome back to Let's Play Sky Factory 2. Where we last left off, we built this giant ball of awesome, so I thought we'd start off by just staring at it in its glory, its draconic glory. Currently, I've just been going lots. I've just been AFKing a ton to have the cobble do its stuff and this do its stuff and all that. And it currently has about 11.5 billion RF in there. You know, not too shabby. 11 billion sounds like a lot, but compared to its 2.14 trillion RF per RF capacity, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. It's like not even 1,000th of it. Okay, no, never mind. It is more than 1,000th of it, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, a few things have happened. You know, just normal stuff that I do off screen to test things. So I had this thing going. I switched it up a little bit. So it was going very slowly, so I thought I'd just test it, and I made another one of these barrels and put it up here to input into this machine, but I also have this compressing it and this compressing it as well, so I have two ways to compress the cobble initially into compressed cobble, and then this will take it and turn it into the double compressed, and then I have this making the triple. So here's why I changed it. So originally I just had this making the compressed cobble, and then I had a crafter. Yeah, I had a crafter turning it into double compressed, and then another crafter turning it into triple compressed, and it was going into here, and I was getting about one per every 3 or 4 seconds, which is really, really slow. Sometimes it wouldn't even be one per, they would be like one every 5 or 6 seconds. As you can see, I have about 46, almost 47,000 in there because I've been AFKing a lot, like I said. And I think, if my math is right, which I'm hoping it is, to fill an entire chunk of triple compressed cobble, it takes 65,500 and something, about 65,500. So we're pretty close, all things considered. We're like 3/4 of the way there. Although I also did some other calculations, which I'm pretty sure are more accurate than the first ones, if the first ones aren't 100% correct, to make an octuple compressed cobble is 43 million cobblestone. This is only 729 in one block, so this will take about 59,000 triple compressed to make the octuple compressed. And the reason I want this is because you can smelt the octuple compressed down into a block of bedrockium, which you can turn back into the bedrockium ingots. Now, I don't have any rush to fill a chunk full of triple compressed cobblestone, but I also have no rush to get bedrockium, because things I can use it for is a block, which is completely useless to me, bedrockium drum, which I really don't need for anything, the dragon egg, which I don't care for. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting that, but I don't even have the tainted essence, so it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to kill the dragon again and get more dragon eggs anyway, so that's not really a big deal. The reinforced watering can, which I don't care for. The hyper energy transfer node, I don't care for either, because I have tesseracts for that, and I'm not even using the extra utilities generators, so I really have no use for this, so there's no rush to do either. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the first 65,000, if I'll fill the chunk or if I'll make bedrockium, I'm not sure. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. So I decided I needed to make compressed cobblestone faster. So what I did was first of all, this is a fully, like the highest tier cyclic assembler from Thermal Expansion. It's resident, which means it takes Enderium to make. So if we do cyclic assembler, they're both resonant ones, which just, you know, it's not really that hard for me to make. The only hard thing is that it takes the reinforced frame. You have to basically start from tier 1 and work your way up, depending on the machine. You can either upgrade the machine frame all the way up, or you can upgrade the machine by itself. But basically, the only hard part is, because this one takes the Enderium gear, which I have Enderium. The only hard part really is a signalum, however you say it. It's not hard. It's just to make it, it's kind of weird. You have to either use this, but I prefer to use the alloy smelter method, which is here, which is just copper, silver, and redstone. If you don't do that, you have to do this way, which I don't care for. This method is kind of dumb. I just prefer to use the alloy smelter because it's easier. I don't want to put it like in a bucket and do all this dust stuff. So, I mean, that's the only really challenge, and it's not really a challenge, just it's one more thing you have to craft up. And so I have 2 of these, plus I have it fully augmented with 3 speed augments, which ups the power usage by a ton, but again, who cares? It's using 400 RF a tick. Normally you would use 20, I think. Let's actually check. If I removed these, yeah, it's going from 20 to 400, which is kind of a lot more, but whatever, still. So basically, I have one more of these beast barrels connected to the same as these. These aren't able to keep up with, oh, why is that in there? These aren't able to keep up. These, I have both transfer nodes going into this one barrel instead of this. This is not getting any more. It's not able to keep up, but I still just have it going as fast as I can with all the speed upgrades and everything. So it's like a stack of speed upgrades in all of them, even in here. So I have this method using the compressing the cobble. I also have this method compressing the cobble with the cyclic assembler here. So there's two sources of compressed cobble coming into here, which is still not enough to like keep this up. Unless I removed these, then probably, honestly, even then it's not filling up. So yeah. In order to use these, you have to make this thing called a schematic, and then you have to put the schematic in there, put the recipe in there, hit that, and then it knows what recipe to use. And you can actually, instead of like having a buckets of liquids, you can fill this up with liquids. Like to make the signalum, for example, you can just fill this with liquid redstone, and it would know to use it. So you don't need to put a bucket in there. So it's kind of cool. The schematic is not hard to make. Ooh, I spelled that completely wrong. Schematic is not hard to make, it's just paper and lapis. Anyway, that's just that. So I have this going up, it's just doing its thing. So I use cyclic assemblers instead of these. These use less power. Cyclic assemblers are faster because I can upgrade them. So for the initial cobble compression, I'm going to use that, and then for this, I'll use this. And this is not, honestly, this is not happening that fast. This is going up like maybe 1 a second, and it's not consistently 1 a second. It's like sometimes I'll get 3 in 2 seconds, and then I'll get 1 in 3 seconds. So it's not consistent, but on average it's about 1 every second, which is really bad, but it's not, it's fast as I can get it right now. I think honestly the bottleneck might be this. It might be that these aren't filled up, so I need to work on my cobble gen, which leads me to my next thing that I wanted to actually, you know what, I've been explaining a lot of stuff, so let me just do something, and then we'll get back to the other demonstration. So I made up a full set of wyvern armor, which is, like I said I was going to do, I made up the wyvern tools, as you can see as well. So I have efficiency and fortune on the pickaxe, and I have Reaper 5, looting 3, and sharpness on this one. So it does 40 damage to the sword. One thing I forgot about it, actually, was that it does AoE damage. Like, if I hit a mob, any mob within 5x5 blocks, I think, like a 5 block radius or something, will also take damage. So I went to the end and was just killing a bunch of endermen on top of the towers, and I was able to get souls from it. So I just went basically enderman hunting in the end, and I was able to get 4 mob souls, and I got a pig one as well because pigs were spawning back in my thing, and I got really lucky with the drops. To get these 4 mob souls though, it took me a long time. Like, I killed at minimum like 500 or 600 endermen to get the 4 souls, but we're gonna be using those because we're gonna resurrect the ender dragon and fight it again. Anyway, so the wyvern armor is the purple one. It's you know, just wyvern stuff, normal crafting stuff, the energy core. So it does take 1 nether star per craft, but it's not that bad. And then, so what this armor does, in my opinion, its defensive properties are about the same as the dark steel armor when it's fully empowered. It holds energy. It does the same thing, basically, where instead of dealing damage, it just takes power away. It gives you a major speed boost, faster even than the speed upgrades on the legs for the dark steel armor. I prefer the dark steel armor because I could then wear my jetpack and still fly. You can't fly with this armor. You can fly with the upgraded version of it, the draconic stuff, but I can't make that just yet. You do get this huge jump, though. Like, you walk really fast, and you can jump really high. Like, that's really high. But, and it also, because it's, I guess, like dragon scale looking, it gives you some sort of, I guess the lore would be, it gives you power of dragon, so you're completely fire resistant in it, like fireproof. Like, I'm not taking any ticks of damage, and the energy's not going, it's just completely fireproof. So that's another good thing about it, but I'm not going to be using it because I prefer the dark steel stuff, and I can fly with dark steel stuff as well. I'm not fireproof, but I can live with it because there's not much fire danger here. Yeah, and that's an armor stand, just a normal bibliocraft thing. So yeah, I also made a 9x9 vibrant capacitor multi-block here. I don't know if you knew that, but if you put them touching each other... Actually, this is 10, I think. This is 10 blocks. There's one more beneath. Yeah, there's one more. And I have the Tesseract going directly into it because it'll charge it up faster. Because this Tesseract's getting power directly from here. And this can input now at the max input is 250,000 RF a tick. These cables can only take 20,000, which is even less than even just one of these on their own can take. This is 25,000 input-output, so it would charge up really slowly otherwise, but the Tesseract is infinite, so it just charges it up faster. Is the point I'm trying to make. Anyway, the reason I did that was because we need to make charged draconium blocks, and like I said last episode, those take 100 million RF to charge. Because I need to make something called the Resurrection Stone to resurrect the dragon, and to make that. Actually, I don't need the charged block for that. No, I just need normal draconium block. But to do the ritual, I need 4 charged draconium blocks, and to make the this thing awakened draconium, which I want as well. I need a charged draconium block for that too. So we're gonna do a few things with Draconic Evolution today. I think the first thing we'll do is the whatchamacallit, the awakened ritual. So to do that, I need 4 draconium blocks. Oh, I also killed a lot of withers in my spare time just because I was having some fun killing them. So I have like just a casual 81 nether stars, nothing big. Got a ton of division sigils as well, like 89 of them. Yeah. How I was doing that actually, I could show you. Before we get started, let me show you how I was doing the wither killing. I was killing them 5 at a time, which is actually kind of awesome. And I'll show you how I was doing that. Soul sand. I'll need to get some wither skeletons. Just take enough to do an even craft of it, which I like to do. And just you. There we go. We can get 32 of them. Nice, that should be enough. So I made this area out here, and remember the couple episodes, or our last episode, I was making a ton of dark steel. The reason for that was because I wanted to make this over here. This is just a box to fight them in. It's reinforced obsidian. Yeah. So to make that is right here. So you can see the block there is witherproof. You need dark steel and dark iron bars, which aren't witherproof, but they're blast resistant. Blast resistant enough to like resist the wither blast, like the initial explosion that the wither makes when it spawns in. It'll resist that. But if a wither was to fire its weird explosive shots, then they would break. So you need dark steel for that as well. So I made up like 2 stacks of this. So I still have a ton of dark steel left. I plan to make this box bigger when I automate the wither killing, which I will soon. And that's the whole reason I want to get the awakened draconium, because I want to make the grinder, which the recipe was changed in this mod pack to use awakened draconium. Normally it's a lot cheaper than this, but it requires the awakened draconium in this because someone wanted to make it more difficult. Wild. I think Wild did that. Anyway, so I just have it in this weird pattern just because I want to have it look a little cool and be very fiscal with the blocks. Like I just want to make a box because they're really expensive blocks. Yeah, talking a lot. Sorry, let's get to it. So to do this, basically you have to do it this way for some reason. I guess it's just the direction that the withers spawn in. It's just a weird thing with the mechanics of the game. So I'd be building it like this, and I could just use this. So there's 5 of them. Yeah. So there's 5 of them here, and so what I would do is I would just place them, but you have to be careful not to place them like 3. If I put like 1 wither skull here, then it would count this as a wither spawnable thing, and it would spawn it, and then it would ruin the rest of this and just waste them. So I carefully place them so that it never has 3 next to each other. Yeah, so like that. And then what I do is just spawn them. So cover your ear holes, because it might get a little... No, I have the volume pretty low, so it might get a little loud though. I would just wait over here, and because my sword does AoE, I can like hit one of them, and if they're close enough together, then they all get hit. So I can like kill them really fast. So I would just like come over here and just start wailing on them. And you can see like multiple of them are getting hit when I hit them. I don't really care if I get withered, honestly. It doesn't really matter to me. I won't die. So there, just like that, in like 10 seconds, 5 nether stars. Really efficient. Yeah. That's what I've been doing over there to kill the withers. Let's just put this stuff away. Alright. That's how we got so many nether stars. That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm going to automate that process though soon. Once I get the grinder, I could do that next episode. I don't want to do that this episode because I have a lot of stuff that I want to do this episode, and I have a ton of Zavisio too. I have 207. Oh goddamn. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing there. This, oh my god, wither lasts so long. Okay. Next order of business. Let's do the charge thing. So I did some more maths. I know you don't care for the math, but I did some more. And how many of these am I gonna need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. 8? I want to say 8. 4 for the... I can honestly just check here. So if we look through here, we can see I need 4 for the resurrection. It's not telling me where do I go to see how to do this. See the Dragon Heart page for details. Okay. Here, Dragon Heart. Alright, so here's the ritual right here. So drop a Dragon Heart on the ground and activate it with an explosion. Drop 4 to 6 draconic ores on the ground. Yeah, and 1 to 4. Okay, good. So I'll do 4. So draconic cores. How many of those do I have? I have 13. I need to make a few more. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that'll be good. So I'll grab those. Grab the Dragon Heart. I need to make some TNT. Okay. All my gunpowder. I have a ton of gunpowder. Don't you guys worry. I had to actually upgrade this because I had too much. Okay, I don't care for any of that. Oh, I never explained this. These are the heads that come with head crumbs. I think I counted 40 unique player heads in the game. So I have them laid out here just like this for now because I don't know if you're familiar with the Appian Way, which is like the very first road ever built. It's Rome. It's Roman. So if you know anything about ancient Rome, that was the first road ever built in history or whatever. So what they would do to scare people, because Rome was like a big powerful empire, they would have bodies lined up on the side of the road on Appian Way, like towards Rome. So as you rode into town, you would just be, welcomed by dead bodies hanging on crosses. So I kind of did that, a little more of it, but I kind of did that over here. And I want to do something with these later on where I want to have a room with all the heads in it. So I want to collect all those at some point. Let's grab a TNT. I'll need a flint and steel. And actually, I'm gonna take this out over here because this room is weatherproof, so the explosion won't kill anything. So what I'll do is I will take my magnet off as well, just so it doesn't interfere with anything. Right. Okay, so what we'll do is we throw this down. We explodimitate it. Where's my explodimitator? Oh shoot, I messed up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Okay. Oh. Okay, I almost just screwed everything up. I would have wasted the Dragon Heart if I'd done that. I forgot to charge the blocks. Dumb scroll. Okay. This is why I made this big thing that can output RF at 250,000 RF a tick. Because I did some math, like I was saying way before I got distracted, and these are getting charged up anyway from like my jetpack as well as the wireless chargers. Let's just put them away for a second. No, I didn't want to cook them. But okay, you just stand there for a second. Alright. This outputs 25,000 RF a tick, so assuming we could keep this all the way charged up, or at least enough charged up so that it could still continue to supply the block in here with 25,000 RF a tick, they can hold 100 million RF a tick, and RF, not RF a tick, just RF, which is what you need to fill it. So if this is 25,000 RF a tick input, it would take, I think, 200 seconds to fill up, or 3 minutes and 20 seconds to fill up one block. And we need 8 of them. So that's a lot of time. So that's if that math is correct, and I'm pretty sure it is. However, with this one, which is why I built this big thing here, I don't need a giant battery. I have a giant battery over there. I need this to supply me with power at a fast rate. This is 250,000 RF a tick. So the same calculations means that, mind you, a tick is a 20th of a second. So this is 250,000 times 20 per second. That's how much RF it'll supply. So this will take about 20 seconds, right? Because this is 10 times faster. Yeah, 10 times more. It'll take about 20 seconds to do the same thing. So let's test that. This is already somewhat filled, but let's... Yeah, this looks like... Okay, so yeah, this is going to take about 20 seconds because that's already at 40 million, right? So this is going to be, so it would be, so my calculations were correct, and it would take forever with the small one. This one, on the other hand, is not even going down because its input is so high, and the amount of power coming into it is really high as well, basically infinite, because that's how much it can generate, and boom, charged chromium. So we're going to put all those in there. It'll charge it at 1/7 of the speed because it's charging 7 at the same time. but a seventh of the speed is still fine, because it's a minute, so that's about 2 minutes it'll take to fully charge that up. So while we're doing that, we can do other stuff. I don't know. So check this out. I've been talking a lot. I haven't done much, but trust me, we'll get to it. Actually, while we're doing this, let's make our Charm of Dislocation. I talk a lot because I want to explain everything to you guys. So less happens in the video, but then you'll understand more about mods. I should honestly make tutorials instead. So to make this enhanced Charm of Dislocation, we need all this stuff happening. So let's make more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Nether Star's not really an issue. But what did I run out of there? Oh, these Draconic cores. Okay, we have everything else. We need the Charm of Dislocation, which requires Draconium Dust, which I remember I said I didn't have. So I made up a pulverizer just for the sake of pulverizing 4 Draconic Dust, just so we could do that. Because all I wanted it for, because I made a basic pulverizer to do that. So, yeah. Because it only works in pulverizer for some reason. I don't know why. It should work in the sag mill, but whatever. Do I not have... Really? Don't have an Ender Eye? That's just dumb. Boop. Boop. I'm getting all the achievements and stuff. Sweet. Alright, now what we do is we take some Ender Pearls, because that's the fuel for this thing. Basically what this thing does is it allows you to teleport anywhere at any time. Let's just put 128 in there. So you set markers, so we can set, let's set it right here. Shift, no, I want it. Okay, add new. Home, commit, boom. So now this is the home waypoint. You can see down here, it tells you, how that's working out. Is this done? Almost done. Okay. So what we do now is we out of fuel. It's yelling at me. Out of fuel. Add fuel, and we can actually just shift. We can actually just shift click that to add it a stack at a time. I'm not out of Ender Pearls. They're right there. What do you mean? Oh, I can't do a stack. Is what they're telling me. Okay. 128 fuel, so it means we can teleport 128 times. And this works cross-dimensionally, so instead of now going through the nether portal, because this portal is really annoying, I actually have the sound turned off for it, because when I AFK here, I just hear it in the background, and it's super obnoxious. Yeah, we don't have to use this ender cake anymore, because now once we go there, we can just make a waypoint, and we can just teleport there. Not a waypoint, but you know what I mean. Is this done? It should be done. What? Okay, that's super weird. It doesn't want to fill it up when it's in stacks. Fair enough. There we go. 8 of those. Okay, so we'll need 4 of them for our thing. We need another TNT now because I wasted that one because I'm a nub. Ugh, I'm so dumb. There. Let's sleep, actually. There are coven witches everywhere, and it's super obnoxious, but I don't care enough to get rid of them. Because their bodies are they just come back. Alright, so what we do is we toss that guy. We do, oh, no, stay down. We explodimitate it. And then we have to throw down 16 of these. Like that. And once they get sucked up into that thing. Hello? There you go. Sucks up into that. Now we place these 4 down while this thing is spewing its energy out. And you know you did it right because now that those particles are going into the blocks and turning them orange. So that's how you know you did it right. If that's not happening, then you did something wrong and you just wasted the heart. And what this will do is it'll turn these draconium blocks, these charged draconium blocks, into awakened... Oh, wow, that explodes. I didn't know that. Okay. It'll turn it into those. Which have a really cool texture, I might add. Okay, let me in. Boom. So now we have 36 awakened draconium blocks. Oh my god, those could have fallen off the edge. I didn't have my magnet on. That would have been awful. Ugh, I would have cried. I would have cried. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I would have cried. Alright, so then we have a awakened draconium. Sweet. Oh yes. So now we can do the other stuff. We'll do that later on. We can automate the wither killing next episode. So that's done. That's awesome. We are awesome. Now we're gonna resurrect the dragon. So we'll need to make a resurrection stone. Just 4 of these. Okay. Okay. Let's make that. Resurrection stone. Let's make 4 of these, I guess. So we'll need 16 of these. Let's just make 64 of them, apparently. Wow. I shouldn't have made 64. That's actually a lot. I mean, we'll need them at some point, but now we have, no draconium left. Damn. Thank God I made these blocks already, because now we need more draconium. I've just used it all. Okay. We'll need 4 of these. We'll need 4 glowstone. We need 12 quartz pillars. I regret making a stack of those because now we have very little draconium to do anything with. 12. I'm gonna have to go find another meteor or comet. There we go. And now we just need the resurrection stone. Oh my god, you're kidding me. You were kidding me. I am 1 draconium short of making this. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. You're no. Are you freaking kidding me? Guys, what have I done? Oh. Oh no. This is not how this is supposed to go. Okay, I know a way that we can get it. It's gonna take a second, but we can do it. All right, let me grab some of this. What did I do, guys? I messed up. Oh my god, this is hilarious, but in a very sad way. I can't say I didn't see that coming, too. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Here's my bag. Oh my god. That is so ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna need another hammer. Guys, just bear with, just chill out and calm down. Everything will be okay. I'm just showing you what I'm gonna do, and then we'll have to cut and do it. I'm gonna have to basically do this, break it into this, and then we have to sift this. We have to sift this so we can get this broken draconium, and then we can use that to do that to get ore, which we use to break down into crushed draconium, which we can use to make the ore sand, which we can break down again to get this powdered stuff, which we can turn into this, which we can smelt. Oh, we can break down to get this dust, and then we can use that to smelt down into an ingot. So I'm gonna have to sift this. Give me a hot second.